Hey, what's up, guys? I just finished watching the Mayweather McGregor World Tour finale in London. I have seen it a few times. I watched it slow, constantly backing up, laughing at a lot of things that I heard. I listened to it live in the car while I was working. I got to give this solid A. This was a good finale, a good way to go out. Um, let's see. Connor got on the floor at about uh, basically filming them. I guess going live or something. With I'm assuming Yaya's phone, and then he called him a baldy twat. And right after he looks at Yaya and he's speaking to her and bowing to her, being a gentleman. And I got a good kick out of it because he was dissing her dad right in front of her, cussing him, and then he looked at her and then was being all nice and shit. I thought that was funny. At some point in that, when he first looked at her, looked like she kind of looked at him, and you couldn't see her face, but her head kind of moved a little bit, and I think I saw Floyd saying to her, "Don't you dare, don't you dare." Uh, I guess he didn't want her to pop off. Uh, Connor was clowning Ellerby for not wearing a suit. Said that he looked nice before, but that shirt that he was wearing was not all that good. Um, and then he got on to Steven Espinosa yet again. Steven Espinosa, has been castrated throughout this world tour. Completely embarrassed. Everybody was kissing Steven Espinosa's ass. He was one of the most powerful men in the sport. The head of Showtime Sports, and man, Connor blasted him. This reminds me of Stone Cold and Vince McMahon in the late '90s. It was very funny to see, and Steven Espinosa, a man who is not used to being talked to this way at all, was getting served, and I loved it. It was funny to see. Um, Espinosa was kind of moving like he was sitting forward, and kind of hurried up, turned, looked at him, and was like, "What, you gonna do something? You're not gonna do nothing. Sit there and you shut your mouth." And everybody laughed. Floyd kind of had a smile on his face. Ellerby is always smiling at Connor, and I could even kind of see a little smile on Espinosa. This was basically a cherry on top to the world tour, man. At this point, it seemed like everybody had got what was going on, and appreciated the roast fest back and forth, and this was the last sort of comedic roasting. I didn't really sense any serious tension. It was just all smiles and laughs, and getting in final shots with I would say mutual respect. I know some people might not like that. Some people might want anger and hatred at all times, but this was fine to me. This I got it, they got it. The world tour was a success. It was entertaining, and I got good laughs. He went on the bodyguards, calling them juice head turkeys, clowning them for Floyd paying them, and then he said that he ran boxing, walked by Floyd, rubbed Floyd on the head, uh, which I think shows how much Floyd. I think Floyd likes McGregor, because if he felt real disrespected, I think he would have stood up, and it wouldn't have been so friendly. But I think Floyd sees McGregor as entertaining, and he likes the guy to a certain extent. Now he said it at the press conference. He said that he likes the guy, and when he rubbed Floyd's head, Floyd had a smile on his face. He kind of cracked up. Which I thought was cool. All right. And Dana was very concerned. He was like, "Oh no, like don't like like he crossed the line." He's been saying that Al Heyman instructed not to let Connor touch Floyd and all this and that. But Floyd was looking at Dana saying he wasn't gonna touch him. That it was cool, all that. Floyd's getting it. Floyd knows that McGregor's selling the fight, doing a damn good job. So then Floyd starts talking, and he tears down the McGregor signs, which Connor laughs his ass off as he stomps on him and all that. Um, he tried to take, well, he did take Connor and Dana's microphone, but Connor quickly ran over to the Mayweather table and grabbed the mic, said he was too fast for him. Which I thought that was a bitch move by Floyd, trying to shut Connor up, trying to mute Connor. I thought that was you know, a bitch move. And hell, that probably proves that Mayweather was probably behind this shit in the first tour event. I really should call it press conference because the press isn't really talking to him, or wasn't talking to him in the first three. All right. Floyd said that him and Dana knows how to use foreign fighters. I was like, wow. How does Badu Jack feel about that? And actually, Thea Fang and the girl that he just signed from the UK, which I cannot recall her name right off. And as Floyd would say, that girl we just signed. All right. Um, let's see. He said that he said that Connor was Dana's hoe. He was he was Dana was the pimp and that was his hoe. And this ITV, they failed big time when Floyd went up to Steven Espinosa and told him to point to the easy work. I'm gonna go through my YouTube feed to see if maybe if another camera captured Steven Espinosa pointing towards Connor, which I'm sure he did, which was not captured on camera, because Connor was laughing his ass off. I mean, he absolutely loved it, and he's pounding the table. He was laughing so hard at that. Then Floyd had the tap out song playing, and Connor got a laugh out of that. Floyd called Connor a faggot. Now, I have not gone through my YouTube feed in I guess in the last few hours, but when I did look through it, I'm gonna call names. I did not see Dante's Bias Nation. I did not see beauty salon conversations. I did not see boxing Negro. I did not see none of these channels uh, putting up videos, saying that that Floyd said faggot. Okay, being controversial. Saying that he crossed the line. All these channels, wanted to say these things about Connor, saying racist, racism, quoting the things that he said. Okay, well, let's be fair. Let's be fair to the to the gay community. You know, this word is pretty much outlawed these days in the mainstream. Not said publicly, and Mayweather said it. Where's the outrage? Where are the people that's on these same channels? Why are they not on Mayweather's ass? You know, Conor can say the smallest things, and everybody it won't start a firestorm. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, are they going to be fair? Be on the lookout. All right. Then Floyd mentioned Nate Diaz, called Nate Diaz, and he tried to get the crowd to sing "Happy Birthday" to Connor, and Connor stood up and told them to say "fuck Floyd Mayweather," which they did, and Floyd loved it, and then he to the point the way he turned around, he's facing Connor, and we couldn't see his face, but you could tell he was cracking up, he laughing, and then Connor started laughing, and Dana was laughing too, so they were all like I said, man, this finale, this was kind of like a final bow. These guys were laughing at each other and the shit that they had been saying and doing. It was basically a roast fest, a rap battle, as some people said. Back and forth with these two. Just entertainment. That's what it was. It was basically these two blasting each other. In all these stops. So I give this last one a solid A. And to recap, the first one, I would grade a C, the one in Los Angeles. The one in Toronto, which was probably the best, really wasn't a press conference. You can call it a promotional event, whatever. World tour stop. It was the absolute best I've ever seen ever. That was a definite A. The third one was a F. It was terrible. It took a weird, bizarre turn, bizarro world. That's what New York got. Sadly for them. Great ideas, but poor execution in my opinion. All right, and this last one, I'm giving it a solid A. Both men came correct, and I'm scoring it a 10-10 in the last event. So in the first event, I would say that was 10-9 for Mayweather. All right. The second one, I would say that was a 10-8 for Connor. All right. And the third one, that was a draw. That was a 9-9. Both men uh, were not that good, in my opinion. It was very odd, very awkward. And in the last one, I'm giving both a 10-10. All right. So that would be, let's see, team, see, 20. All right, if my math is correct, that on my scorecard, that would give Connor the win 38-37. All right, that's the way I'm scoring. And I'm giving the World Tour overall a score or a grade of a B for my calculations. A B. Uh, it could have been an A if they had just made New York just halfway decent, but it was all time terrible. In my opinion, the fight lost momentum. They took steps backwards with that one. So the world tour overall grade for me a B, and on the scorecard a 38-37 victory for Connor in the world tour debates, roasting, back and forth. All right, I believe that is it, guys. It was a success. It was fun, minus the racial bullshit that was trying to be stirred up by people, minus the terrible New York press conference. Let me know what you guys think about it. And if I miss anything, I will leave a comment in the comment section. You guys take care, and thanks for watching.